All right, baby. Welcome back to Mindset Mastery. It's been a minute since we've been on here.
Been a while.
We've been doing big things behind the scenes in terms of business, a lot of other kind of stuff, just traveling. We're here in Tulum, Mexico.
Tulum, baby.
I'll let Dawson talk a little bit about how we got here, why we're here, what we're doing, and if we're going to come back to posting consistent pods.
Yeah, for sure. So you want me to talk a little bit about why we're here in Tulum?
Yeah.
So like a few months ago, we kind of just talked about it, like not in a serious way either. It was just like an idea. We both want to just work online fully eventually. We're definitely both getting there, and we like to travel and just want to kind of travel around the world and be able to work at the same time. So this was us turning that into reality.
Yeah, so we kind of just like jumped on the opportunity. We were talking about it as like kind of a joke, and then I was like, okay, we could actually do this. Like we found pretty good flights, and then one day we were like, all right, we got to like book this week. It's probably September.
Yeah.
Late August, early September.
Yeah.
Booked it. As of filming this, it's November 10th, so we just got here 2 days ago.
Yep, got here 2 days ago. It's kind of been chill so far.
Yeah.
First day was a long travel day, so we didn't really do anything. And then yesterday, we're kind of just getting settled in, figuring it out. And then we went out at night to a couple bars and had some drinks.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can get into that story now, or we can wait till later to get into it.
I say let's get a little catch up on just both of our lives, like, lately, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. So, last time you guys saw us, it was middle of summer. We were both working on our stuff, just grinding, going to coffee shops a lot. We started doing that more probably since we stopped doing as many pods.
Yeah.
You went back to Fort Collins to do a month-long job.
Yep.
Made good money from that, came back, and then you decided to move out. You want to talk about a little bit about that?
Yeah. You mean to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, I actually moved to Florida, like Tampa, St. Pete area. And, it was kind of on a whim because we both wanted to move, like, eventually. But I'm a super planned person, but sometimes I am just do things out of nowhere. And I don't know, I was just kind of ready for a new adventure. So packed my things up, like decided the week of, and then, like, packed my things up and drove cross country and starting a new journey somewhere else.
So that was like 2 weeks ago now, or a week and a half ago?
Yeah, I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
So one day we're just chilling, and Dawson's like, you know how I've been talking about, like, I want to move soon within like the next couple months. Like we were originally talking about maybe moving in somewhere together, either in Arizona, Florida, or Texas. But we were talking like January, February earliest. But then one day Dawson was just like, dude, I think I'm going to leave this week.
Yeah.
And
pretty much.
I mean, he just got that itch, and some things went down that were just like, all right, it's a good time to go.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And what I told you was kind of that, just like at the end of the day, I just want my life to be like adventures,
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to control my life and live it the way I want to do it, and I just want to have a good time, And for me, I don't personally want to stay. I love Colorado like so much. Like I can definitely see myself moving back there for like long term, but I just want to have fun adventures, and that's why we're here too. Yo, there's this lady laying doggy style in the window.
Are you putting that in?
We might have to.
So I wanted to ask you how you decided specifically on St. Pete to move, and then also how you managed to get super low rent, or I guess free rent.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? And I feel like that's really cool for people to see how you did that, because that shows them it's not always about the money. You can find ways around paying for certain like high ticket items like rent by leveraging your skills that you've built up.
Yeah.
So like that's like one of the benefits, that when you started your business, started acquiring that trade, you didn't even know that was going to come in handy, and now you're living for free in like your dream state pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, me and you were talking about a few different places like that we thought about possibly moving to. That was like Arizona, Texas, Florida, a couple other options. I've been to Florida like a few times previously, around like Fort Myers area, and then I've also been like Miami and Orlando. Not a ton of time, but I did like really enjoy it. I just felt like the quality of life out there was really awesome. And I ended up talking to my uncle who lives out there and kind of asked him if I were to move there, where would be the best spots for me to be able to find other young entrepreneurs who are really driven and just kind of a place that's like really growing and people are like somewhere that's really great, you know. And I didn't want as fast of a pace as somewhere like Miami.
And that's also just like way more expensive, and it's like
Yeah, for sure.
it'd probably be a lot harder to like stay focused and like build yourself up. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a good spot to like travel and also maybe in the future go there because there's a ton of opportunity there.
Yeah.
But also it's just like
There's a lot of partying.
yeah, it's
and
just
everything.
more like the corporate scene, like really high level people in finance and like just crazy stuff going on. So I
For
feel
sure.
like, and also it's just good vibes in St. Pete. Like you got the water, but you're also super close to like Tampa.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I moved out there without having ever even seen it or been there
Yeah.
or anything, you know. Kind of just did it. And it's turned out to be really great. I thought I would know no one, but I actually found out that 6 guys that I went to like middle school and high school with actually live there in the Tampa area. So I think that kind of just goes to show like what just having faith and believing in yourself and jumping into what you want to do can actually do for you. Because it actually worked out really great. And you were asking about the rent thing. So actually I do have like free rent right now, kind of free. What I did was like leverage my skill set for construction. I reached out to people like renting out rooms. I probably reached out to like 20 or something, maybe more.
That seems like pretty good. That's not even a crazy amount.
Yeah,
Like,
and a lot of people responded.
Yeah.
And people are still actually calling me like, hey, do you want this? And I'm like, hey, maybe next month.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I worked out with the lady that I'm doing is I'm doing 20 hours of like handyman labor work at her home in exchange for the free rent, which in Florida is pretty expensive. So it was a really great idea, and I encourage like anyone else, and I know I recognize you started to do that lately as well, to realize what your skills are and how you can possibly exchange that for free things.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit about what I've been doing. I mean, that's all super cool. I'm sure like people can take a lot of inspiration from that, because one day you were literally just like, I'm going to move this weekend. And I was like kind of skeptical. I was like, I don't think it'll really work out. And then you had a deal with one lady to go and do the labor. And then
Yep.
it kind of fell through. And then the
Yep.
next day you found someone else.
Yeah, literally like the 2 days before I was going to move.
So that literally shows like your perseverance for like what you wanted to achieve. Like you literally wanted to get there and you found a way to make it happen within like a couple days. You didn't even have a place. I don't even know if you had a place before you had like your plan for your your drive. Like you were already planning to leave Friday and you didn't even have a place locked in.
Yeah. No, it's pretty crazy, but yeah, you got to have faith. A few more things just so people know before we dive into you is like, so yeah, I'm just out in Florida now trying to set up, you know, a new life there or just a new journey.
Yeah.
Still doing the construction business there. I'm taking jobs for that. I'm still trying to get coaching clients. And then also a big reason why I moved out there is to get into real estate investing. So I'm going to do, without getting into it too much, equity splits. It's a great way for like a younger person to get into real estate without having the income or the what's the word I'm looking for? The capital to actually get into it. So I'm going to be partnering with different investors who will be buying houses out there, and then I'm going to put in the labor, fix up the home, and then own half the home, and there will be a long-term rental. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. So why don't you get into a little bit of what you've been doing and working on since we kind of last talked on here?
Yeah, so the last pod you guys saw, I believe, was the Levi episode, or maybe we did one solo pod or one internal after the Levi episode. That was a great one. We also had a pod with CJ Nisus, if anyone from the Springs or Monument area knows him. Really cool dude, went to Palmer Ridge High School, owns his own business, landscaping.
Yeah, we just still got to upload it.
Kind of similar to what you do, but outdoors. So
Yeah.
literally like landscaping for businesses,
Yep.
just people with their houses, like gutter cleaning, all that kind of stuff. So we will be uploading that at some point. It's a long pod. It's almost 2 hours long, so it takes a crazy amount of time to render. And it just gets annoying because I can't use my computer for like a whole day if I want to upload it.
Yeah.
So the uploads failed a couple times, but I don't have a great excuse for why we haven't uploaded like any bods since then.
Yeah, I think we've both been really busy.
Yeah, we have
with moving around and different stuff, and also just, like, you go through different chapters in your life too,
Exactly.
and like some other things are prioritized, and I know that like I personally was dealing with some tough like personal things in my life that I kind of had to deal with, and you can't always give your energy to everything at once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think we definitely want to keep the channel consistent in some fashion, and I'll be coming out to visit Florida at some point. You'll be back for Christmas, so we'll definitely have at least 3 to 4 episodes over the next few months,
Yeah,
hopefully. So at least
for
once
sure.
a month would be solid.
I miss it, bro. It feels good.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
nice
it's
coming
fun.
on here. It's nice
And
coming
come
on
on,
here.
look at this view, man.
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys can see because it is getting dark.
There's still quite a bit of like backlight though.
But we're by a beautiful pool here at our Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's a nice little complex with a lot of different units.
right.
We've
Well, what you been doing though?
oh,
For work.
I was talking about Tulum, bro.
I know, bro, but I asked you like 5 times.
All right.
He's doing good, bro. Seriously, like the
So-
improvement from where we were like talking before to what you're doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, you've really like escalated your career.
So the last time we were on with Levi and the internals we've done, I talked about how I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to go somewhat into the social media world, working behind the scenes. I do love content creation, like we're doing this, and I have my track and field YouTube channel,
Yep.
2 Instagram accounts that I'm still figuring out the plan for. But overall, the main goal right now is increasing my income so that I can have more freedom to have experiences like this.
Right.
And just enjoy times like these and not have to worry about, okay, I want to travel to whatever the next destination is. I want to go to Tulum for a week and not have to worry about spending money, which is kind of nice. Like, we were talking about it earlier today. We were like thinking about money, and we were like, okay, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because we can leverage our skills that can't be taken away from us to
for
make
sure.
more money. So
For sure.
I was making a joke like everything in the world is free because you can just keep making more money. But
Yeah.
obviously not everything's about money, and I think it's a way to gain experiences and gain freedom, like I said. So that's just a reason I'm prioritizing it right now
Yeah.
over content creation specifically. So I think most people will understand that.
Yeah.
And then behind the scenes, I've been working on my business. I opened up an LLC, so it's called Will Bergman Media LLC.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's go.
took the leap to do that finally in October.
That's big, bro. Like, and I'm sure you did too, but I don't even know if I took the time to tell you that. Like, congrats, bro. Not that it's that hard to set up an LLC, but
Yeah, but
it's like it's going through the motion. It's making it happen,
yeah,
So that's dope.
you've been there and helping push me to like actually reach out to more clients because if I put in that extra work, you've seen the success, and you, like me and you have talked about ideas like, bro, if I did this, I could really
Yeah.
make big things happen. Like you
For
tell me
sure.
that all the time, so definitely appreciate that. So I have, I guess, 2 or 3 official clients right now, including yourself, working with you on social media stuff. So I'm helping businesses and influencers, you could say, or I would say content creators,
Yeah.
help build their social media presence, and also managing websites,
Yeah.
managing photography and videography.
And you're getting a lot of traction too. Like, not only have you like signed a few clients, but you're in the works with a lot of people as well.
Yeah, so I'm talking to two potential clients right now for pretty good monthly retainers, and those are like very warm leads. Like, we're already in the process of negotiating the deal.
Yeah.
And then going to be increasing the outreach. I've had some really unique ideas to leverage my skills to acquire other assets. I kind of talked to you about that. Maybe I'll talk more about that in the future if anything ever comes to fruition with that. But
Yeah.
I've just been kind of experimenting with unique ideas, and the time that I have not being in school, it's really nice to. It's like a different type of pressure. Like,
Yeah.
I need to find a way to succeed, but I don't have to do it. I don't have a deadline where I have to do something.
Yeah, and you got to be proud of yourself too, because you think about how long you've actually been working on this.
Literally,
And I'm
only
not gonna
like
tell them how much you're making, but to what you're making now per month, not that it's like insane,
yeah.
but you're making a good income, and you did that in such a short period of time. So there's so much potential.
Yeah, from everything social media wise, I was making about 10 times less than I am now when I was in school. So I think I want to be way far ahead of where I am. But in reality, like you said, when I put it into perspective, okay, I've been out of school for like 6 months, barely, and I've like actually accomplished a decent amount in that, and it only stacks on top of itself. Like once, like a lot of that time has been figuring things out. There was months where I barely made any money, but it was just setting up those relationships, networking, and I think you got to go through a period of that first before you see the returns.
Absolutely.
But like all the stuff we were talking about, mindset, like implementing that, there's obviously lulls and periods where we like struggle. Obviously, like you were dealing with something over the summer, late summer, and now you're starting to come back into your routines, coming back into your getting your mind right.
For sure.
And we have those setbacks, but it's about like the culmination, I think, of like the entire year.
And at the end of the day, I think they propel us forward too.
Yeah, you always learn something from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
you think
we should probably call this one here.
Yeah, 'cause it's pretty dark,
and we're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. We're gonna try and do a pod every day or every other day at a minimum.
I think we'll get at least 2 more, and we'll definitely start earlier because we want to have like, be able to dive into a little more conversation, dive deeper into things. But we wanted to give kind of just an overview.
And so we'll go into what we've been doing out here in Tulum, exactly why we came to Tulum, just to give you guys a little more context on why we're here, because it is kind of random coming back from Mexico.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun so far. It's been a surreal experience. Me and him literally will just keep saying to each other, like when we wake up or when we were on the bus ride here, like, bro, we're here. We're in Mexico now.
Yeah, we're doing it.
And it was just a kind of like a little thought in the wind. Back in June, July.
Yeah.
So time flies.
We'll have to, but we're gonna go to some cenotes tomorrow, I think. So
yeah,
we're gonna be getting some cool content. So
for sure, be on the lookout for @It's Dawson Haley on Instagram. We're blowing that up. Check back in a year from now. That account's gonna be thriving.
Yeah, that's what he's. I don't want to dive deep into it, but he's been helping me with that account because he really has like you have the creativity with that stuff, and not that I can't do it, but
I think you're
I don't have the same creativity on social media.
I think you are a very good face of the brand. You're a very good speaker. You have a lot of good information that would benefit young people like ourselves. You've got your skills.
Yeah.
And I think I work well in that role also, but it's just different because that's not my niche that I have expertise in, you could say.
I think it's been working out really well.
But I have more of the expertise in the back end stuff and the social media growth, so it's just a good partnership where neither of us are taking anything from each other. We're only giving to each other.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Sure. All right.
Well, we will see you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this. You probably can't even see us at this point, but
facts.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.